Hey, hey. Welcome everybody to Miss Glow's Kitchen, where there's sugar, spice, and everything nice, where we slice, dice, and entice, using everything we can, from peppers to allspice. What's up, my people? Y'all know what time it is? See y'all in the kitchen. Y'all see that? Last day of the celebration of Black History, because that's what this month is. It's not Black History. It is the celebration of Black History. How about that? We do deserve that. So I rock rough and tough with my Afro puffs. Check that out. Check out my Afro puffs. An easy baked salmon with seafood is on the menu. I'm going to show you how to go from this to this to this. The finished product. What you see right here is everything we need to make this salmon. The salmon, of course, you need a salmon fillet. Alright, make sure it's not cut. Baby spinach, sour cream, black pepper, Old Bay seasoning. Alright, I got a garlic and onion seasoning. Some parsley flakes right there. I got some Parmesan cheese, the dried one, but you can use the fresh one if you want to. Philadelphia cream cheese, and I got a can of crab meat. If you have fresh crab meat that you have de-shelled, use it. Alright, you're going to need a bowl and a spoon and a sheet pan. That's what I just showed you. Alright, y'all know what I always say. Nothing to it but to do it. Let's get to it. Here's what we're going to do. So now we're on camera. I'm going to show you I took the salmon fillet out of the package. Now, what you want to do with this salmon fillet is you want to run your hands along here. And I'm telling you, don't smash it, but press down a little bit. You want to find any bones that might be in here, because sometimes there's bones left in these salmon fillets. And if they do, you need to take some tweezers, preferably some kitchen tweezers if you have them. But if you don't, you need to take some tweezers, and you need to pull those bones out. You don't want those bones in there while you're eating, not at all. All right, and get yourself a fillet knife. Look, they look different. They don't all look like this. But the gist of it is, get yourself a really sharp knife. So I'm going to wash this fillet off. We're going to come right back. And what we want to do is we're going to cut it so that that skin comes off. All right, so I took my rings off of this because we about to hook ourselves up. So I took my rings off of this boy. All right. So a little few here, a few there, a little black spots. I'm going to take them off. Yes, I took my rings off. I don't want this fishy smell nowhere. So I'm going to start at the smaller end of it. All right. So I'm going to keep, sorry, I want to make sure it's patted dry. So it's dry. And at the bottom, I want to make sure the bottom part where that skin is dry. I'm going to take that off. All right. So I'm going to keep this skin side down. All right. I'm going to keep the skin side down. And what we're going to do is if you, you know what? I'm going to pull it over here. All right. Now, you'll be able to see this. All right. So if you see this very closely, you see where the skin and the meat right there. So that is where we're going to start with our fillet knife. What we're going to do is we're going to run it up, run it under here against that skin. So we're going to get it started. That's what we want to do. Now remember, using a fillet knife, the fillet knife should be like super, super sharp. All right, so we just want to get our salmon off this skin, but we want to get all of our salmon off here. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying we want to start it, and some people have become quite the expert at this. I do not proclaim to be an expert, I'm telling you now. I'm not going to talk on this part. I'm just going to let you watch and see how it's done. I'm gonna cut. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut from here. So I'm gonna take the fillet knife. I'm gonna run it down the fish like that. Cut your fish up crazy though, but you should be able to separate it. You know, you should be able to separate your whole piece right there. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna run the knife down right here. And we should be able to do the same thing. See, I ran my hand in, but if you do that, and if you run into those bones like that, take them bones out. Because you generally look at salmon and you want it to be, you know, boneless. You put it in your mouth, you want it to be boneless. So, I mean, some olive oil cooking spray. I'm going to spray it on here really good. I'm going to spray around that too. I don't want it to stick. I'm going to spray some oil on it. Okay, so now I'm going to set this. Now preheat your oven to 350. All right. So you can see there, you got a nice braided piece of salmon. So look at that. All right, so we're gonna take this braid and now we're gonna create the topping for it. So I got some crab meat out of the can. It's the claw meat. All right, so it is the claw meat. I'm gonna take this and it'll be our topping. So you can use whatever seafood you want to use, you can use. So we want to make sure, I think we don't have to drain it. So we're going to use, so you can see that that is claw meat and some of it is the actual crab leg meat. You know what I'm saying? All right, so it looks to me like Missy, Miss Glow gonna need a bigger bowl. But that's not gonna work out for me too well. But that's okay. Also, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna put together a little seafood mixture for the top. We're gonna use some Parmesan cheese, I need a little lemon juice. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit, slight amount of sour cream. All right, so I'm going to use some cream cheese. I'm going to use the one in the tub already. All right, so if you're using the packages of cream cheese, just make sure you bring it to room temperature before you try to use it. So I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons probably. And Parmesan cheese, just liberally. Use it liberally. When I say liberally, I mean just put as much as you want. Now, you can use a fresh Parmesan cheese, which you definitely can. I'm going to put a little bit of parsley in here. Okay? All right, now we're going to get this mixture. It's hard for you to see down in the bowl. We're going to get this mixture incorporated really, really well. So what we should get is a really creamy crab mixture here. All right, so you're going to start mixing it up. Mix it like that. All right. Mix it. Mix it, and you can tell. You can already tell if you have enough cheese in it or not. So for me, that wasn't enough cheese. I don't smell it. So just make sure now. You got a nice, look at that. You got a nice crab mixture. I'm gonna stick some shrimp on the top of here. So, all right, here we go. Now what we're gonna do is, what Miss Glow gonna do, I'm gonna taste it before I use it. I'm not using it on my food without tasting it. All right, well, that's really good. Now, what that does need is more cheese, more Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna put all of it. Y'all, I like a lot of cheese, so I'm gonna put more Parmesan cheese. So putting that Parmesan cheese in there, check that out. All right, so put that Parmesan cheese in there, and I'm gonna see if I can turn the light a little brighter. There we go. Hopefully you can see in here really good. So you can see by the texture of this, it's probably not going to need a binder. Now normally, you need a binder. You want to hold this together because you want to pile this on top of that salmon. But I'm going to tell you that this doesn't need a binder because look at it. It's already holding together on its own. So you don't need no egg, no breadcrumb. If you want to put that in there, you can. So now what I am going to do is I'm going to chop up a couple of fresh spinach leaves. I'm going to chop up a couple of them. I'm going to put them right in that mixture. So we're going to end up with some chopped fresh spinach. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, so I'm going to take this. Grab a couple spinach leaves. Alright, just have a knife. Make sure it's washed already. So make sure it says on here, see? It already says it's triple washed. Triple washed. So make sure. Those spinach leaves are washed. So if they don't say triple washed on there, wash them yourself. So they don't say washed. You don't want that gritty flavor in there. This is not going to be good. Alright, so I am going to do my spinach. A little chop right here. Nice little chop there. Watch your hand if anything resting on top of the knife. That makes it safer. Especially if you're a new cook in the kitchen. You know what to do with that other hand and rest it on top of your knife and you're good to go. Alright, so I use the stems. Yeah, I use everything. I'm going to put the entire spinach leaf in here. Alright, so I chopped up spinach that quick. Now, so this is ready. Alright, so what we're going to do with this salmon is we're going to take this mixture, our seafood mixture right here, and we're going to pile it nicely on the top, down in like a, it's going to be like a strip of seafood, the seafood mixture on here. So sort of like right down the middle, so any foam on the side right there. Take it out for presentation purposes. All right, there we go. So, put that on there. Okay. That out. And see. Spinach. So we want to put that in right there. Okay. I'm going to get just a little bit more. There we go. All right, there we go. Now, on the top. Now, what I am going to do, I'm going to take this. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lemon juice. I'm going to squeeze some more after I put these shrimp on here. So now what you want to do is you want to line up. Oh, hopefully you can see really good. I'm going to stick these like right across the top. Real nice. Okay? Real nice. That mixture, that crab mixture on my hand, it just tastes so good. All right, so let's stick these down in here, but just in a nice little row across, you know, like, or a zigzag pattern, whatever you want to do, just make it pretty. Hey, and if you're making this for two, like you making this for a date, and you want to impress them, oh my God. Especially somebody that don't eat pork or don't eat meat, but they eat fish. And like you go, ooh wee. And you're gonna make this salmon right here with these shrimp stuck on the top. Ooh wee. But this is a dish for a seafood lover too. Like you got somebody that just loves seafood. Like, man, baby, it's on. Look at me, I'm piled up many shrimp as I can pile on here. Y'all, listen to me. I'm piling them all the way to the end, cause see, I like my stuff to be tasted on the end too. You see what I'm saying? So I got a little space up here. All right, there we go. And then so I got one I can stick down here on the end too. Stick it in that mixture so it'll hold up. How about that? Now, the key to it, when we get to this point right here, you know what you do want to do when we get to this point right here, sprinkle just a slight amount. That Old Bay season, you want to put a little bit on top of these shrimp. Now make sure it's a little bit. Make sure it's enough to give our shrimp a little bit of seasoning, a little bit of taste. You don't want to make your dish salty. You know what I'm saying? So season those shrimp up real good right there. Alright. Get some parsley on the top of it. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure you don't have no seeds in here. If you got any seeds in here, then use, you know, a juice or a squeeze. But what I want to do is I just want to squeeze a little bit on here back and forth. And you can serve this. When you serve it with lemon wedges. So you can squeeze, you know, some of this on there after. Alright, so I'm going to get this on the salmon, the crab mixture. I'm going to get this on the shrimp too. So, hey, let me tell y'all something. This is ready. This is ready to go in the oven. So, I mean, like, seriously, check that out up close. Like, I'm going to, hold on a second. Because I'm going to take this out and I'm going to bring this around. And what? Like, you got to see this before this goes into the oven. All right, see? So you got to take a look at it before it goes in the oven. Check that out. So it's already braided. And it's got that seafood mixture on the top. All right, and then it's got these shrimp. It's looking like the best. All right, check that out. All right, this is going into the oven. When it comes out, I'll be back. Y'all know what I'll be back for? To taste. All right, I'm back for the tasting of the salmon with the seafood topping and topped with shrimp. How about that? Now, y'all see that? Last day of the celebration of Black History, because that's what this month is. It's not Black History. It is the celebration of Black History. How about that? We do deserve that, so I rock rough and tough with my Afro puffs. Check that out. Check out my Afro puffs. All right, let's taste this. Let's taste it. This looks really good. All right, so do make sure you serve this with lemon wedges. So do make sure you do that, and make sure you have yourself something to drink, because you saw probably, if you saw some pictures, you see that I did pair it with a white wine. So you can pair it with whatever you want to pair it with, though. So I tell you, I'm gonna cut me a nice little piece off here. It didn't take that long, so the preparation was probably more than anything. Probably longer than anything, the preparation. That is flaky. Oh, okay. Well, let me turn it around while I take a look at it. Okay, that is flaky. Oh, wow. It's not dry at all, and that's what we want to make sure with salmon, and that it's not dry. Dry salmon might as well be paper in your mouth. Like, seriously. Baby, that's perfect. Seasoning perfect. Spot on with everything. So, I tell you what, I'm going to take another forkful with the topping, the shrimp, and the salmon. So, let me get all of it in one bite. Sound greedy, but shoot. That's what we make it for with all this. Is put it all in one bite. All right, hold on a second, because I'm getting it up on my fork right now. The rest of the topping and the shrimp. Hold on. Just a mouthful. Make this. You'll be happy you made it. If you're on a low-carb diet, perfect for you. If you're not on a low-carb diet, then hell. Make yourself a veggie and a side with this. And baby, you cannot go wrong. So, hey, if you're trying to impress a dinner date or something, I'm telling you. If you're trying to impress a dinner date, they like salmon, seafood. Hey, you can't go wrong with this one right here. This is perfect. This is spot on. It is so good. Yep. So I would pair it with a white wine, but if you want to make a mixed drink or have a wine or have soda or something with it, that'll work too. So it just depends. But me, I have my wine with it. It's so delicious. So for real with this one. Y'all better go make this. Like, seriously, go make this. It's so good. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time. As always, I appreciate you. Hit that like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.